Okay, let's discuss about the comparison of brokers for MQTT world. Basically, we have different brokers: AWS IoT Core, HiveMQ, Mosquitto, and EMQX. So when you just compare, right, there are different aspects how you compare on the performance, scalability, security features, and the cost. So let's go one by one. Like first, we'll consider the performance. Okay. Mm, in case of AWS IT Core, it is more preferred for application, and also we can integrate right with other AWS features like Lambda and DynamoDB. And the cost, right, when it comes to when you have more number of the messages transferred right between your device and the IID core, where you'll be charged more basically. Okay, it's and if you consider a HiveMQ, right, it is more built for enterprise grade deployments, offering consistency, low, even it has low latency. But if you consider large scale environment, that's more preferred. Basically, in case of connected car platform, right, more it is used because it has got this clustering ability. So you can segregate apps, right, which will be used, and both the apps, right, if you have multiple apps which are in the connected car platform, right, then Hive more used. Then comes to Mosquitto. The Mosquitto broker is a lightweight broker. Basically, even it has low latency, but comparatively, right, we can use it for small and medium scale deployments. Its performance, right, is exceptional in constrained environments. See, you cannot have it's a completely noise free environment, right? In case of smart home devices. Mostly, right, it is used in the smart home environments, this kind of broker. So then next thing is EMQX. It's a high performance application, and even it has low latency. Comparatively, right, mostly if you consider smart city applications, right, HiveMQ is mostly used because it has got large scale deployments. EMQX and HiveMQ, right, are mostly preferred for high end applications like connected car platform or smart city, right. Even you can use AWS IoT Core also. So it's provided, right, you have other services like integration will be easy when you consider other services. Suppose that you have using a connected car platform, right, and then HiveMQ is preferable. So then next we'll go to the next aspects. Next as aspects is throughput, right. Even volumes, you can consider it can handle high volume data also. Even HiveMQ is also having high throughput scenarios. It can handle millions of messages per second. It's a high, and it's scalable horizontally. You can add multiple stores even. But if you consider Mosquitto, right, it is less. It is a purely open source, and you can. Less deployments are possible with Mosquitto broker because you need to increase a lot of resources with respect to Mosquitto broker. Scalability is slightly limited because the reason with Mosquitto is that when you scale the Mosquitto broker, right, your performance will decrease. EMQX is also able to handle high throughput. When you're handling multiple, it has got this clustering, right. Clustering is there horizontally, so you can handle multiple resources, right, when your multiple clients are connected. Then comes to scalability. So how do you broaden your part of the ecosystem? So in AWS Core, right, it handles automatically. It handles the workload. You can increase or decrease the resource server utilization, right, based on your availability. HiveMQ, right? It's an enterprise environment, so even it has got that have its ability to vertically and horizontal scaling is possible whenever you have more number of users, right? You can dynamically do that. But in case of Mosquitto, right, it's slightly limited. EMQX is same as HiveMQ here in case of. Then you have resource utilization. In case of resource, it's well managed. In case of resource utilization, in case of AWS IoT Core, then you have. So in this case also similar resource utilization is better utilized for. See, based on your usage, right, and based on your resources, then you have to decide between these three: AWS IoT Core, HiveMQ, and EMQX when you are having large applications. Suppose that you have various other services, right, which you have to use, right, like other services of your enterprise application, then mostly, right, AWS IoT Core is used compared to HiveMQ and EMQX. Suppose that you have a industrial IoT applications, then in that case, what happens is EMQX is mostly used in large scale applications. uh, then reliability incomes, you have this high reliable, and uh, you have this AWS global infrastructure. For AWS IoT Core, you can it's more reliable. So in case of failure also, there is some mechanism, right, to adapt to the failure. So HiveMQ is also designed to offer reliability when there is a failure. So they have got this persistent systems, right, and message queuing and clustering, which will increase the reliability. In case of Mosquitto, you need to add some features, right, when you are doing in a large scale. So comparatively, let it have MQ and AWS IT Core, right, and EMQX. Mosquitto leads a lot of additional features to make it more reliable. Then you have then we'll go to the. So then the other aspect is load sharing. So in different loads, right? So you can consider AWS IoT Core. In case of AWS IoT Core, it can handle the loads, and the load mechanism is also very good here. Larger ecosystems. Because of this, HiveMQ has got a limitation. So when coming to performance under heavy loads, right? Additional infrastructure is required here, because in their enterprise version, right, so you need to configure for additional infrastructure when you have heavy loads. So I have MQ, sorry, Mosquitto is not suitable for heavy loads, right? It's not suitable, so you need to add a lot of features when you have to offer. EMQX, it's similar to HiveMQ. So you need to add the additional infrastructure, right, to handle high message rates, and highly heavily optimized configuration is required here. So then large number of crimes. It's similar to the multiple messages, like when you have large number of clients. Okay, so it's same as reliability. This section is also. We have we'll go to the okay, this is a huge topic basically. This is right, it's I have shortened it basically. Consider load testing, right? Load testing is much better depending upon your use case basically. So if you are having multiple enterprise applications, right, which you have to integrate, right, then AWS IoT Core is mostly used in the current scenario. uh, HiveMQ and EMQX, right, are mostly preferred for a connected car or automated factories, right. These are mostly used. EMQX is used for smart cities and industries. See, HiveMQ and EMQX, right, is most preferred for large scale applications where you don't require to the external integration of your applications. So you, even if you have to integrate, right, you need to develop some features, right, to integrate to your external app. Mostly what happens is, so in order to avoid that, right, normally people are using AWS IoT Core. So we'll just go through the some of the examples. So this cloud integration capabilities. So it's much flexible, right? When you want to integrate, right, AWS IoT Core, it's much easier because it has you can integrate to the its existing AWS different capabilities. So you can integrate to your third-party integrations applications like REST APIs and custom integration also you can do it. So because AWS SDK is there where you can use this APIs, right? So in case of HiveMQ, when it has got integration capabilities, you can integrate to the AWS IoT Core also. Uh, and so this is part issues. In case of HiveMQ, you can have your plugins, right? You have to develop for integrating. When enterprise integration, you need to have some. There's a module, right? Event management module is there where you can use it to integrate to the plugins. So even integration is possible with Mosquitto also. So it's a limit. Yeah, you can use limited features right here with respect to Mosquitto. So most of the edge devices, right, will use Mosquitto broker. Like for example, you have a, smart home environment. You have multiple edge devices. Like just consider Alexa and built in inside your home, right? You are using Alexa. So in that case, right, you can use Mosquitto because you don't require to connect to the cloud and everything, right? So it's better to use Mosquitto. So for the other brokers, right, like AWS 3 brokers, it's not required because you need the cloud integration and sending the to the cloud messages, right, for each and everything. So mostly, right, in smart home environments, Mosquitto is used. I can use it as a standalone. You do for some of the aspects, right, you can use it without interacting to your cloud. So this part is for integrations. So this is almost it's the same, right? The HiveMQ. So only thing their specific plugins are used. If you consider HiveMQ and EMQX, this is almost same. So you can just a moment. Yeah, this is the integration. So integration is almost same for AWS IoT MQX and HiveMQ. Only thing, right, the specific plugins have to be used, and this is with respect to database or third party, right? So rule engine. The process is same here. Only with respect to Mosquitto, it is slightly different because it doesn't have much features. So these are some of the examples. So if you consider AWS IoT Core, right, you can use it for a smart agriculture system. There are so many applications. So it is one of them. So where AWS Lambda. Suppose if you want to execute some of the rules, right, then you need a AWS Lambda function to be executed. So some historical database, right? If you want to interact, then you need some integration with Amazon DynamoDB. You can do some analytics also with respect to AWS IT thing. So in case of fleet management or connected car platform, right? HiveMQ is the best broker. So you can have a interfacing with respect to Kubernetes or database integration is also good here. Because you need to store the vehicle data, right, in your database, and enterprise integrations. So when you consider enterprise integration, right, you can have integrated to your ERP system. So suppose that you have a form for your users. So the service provider, right, can have a regular maintenance of your vehicle, right? Whenever there is some malfunctioning happening in your car, right, that will be given as a message, right, to the I mean a dealer or the service center, right? So that, right, there is a pop-up which will be enabled in your infotainment system, so about the malfunction. So that kind of features, right, will be there once you integrate this. So there's a lot of feature enhancement which has to be done, right, to, to implement all this stuff. Then you have home automation system, which I have discussed, right? So normally you can use for Mosquitto only. Mosquitto is used in case of Mosquitto home automation systems. You can do the integration with respect to cloud based integration and custom scripting. You can use some scripts, right, to automate some of the your process and handle specific automation tasks, right? You can do it. And yeah, scripts, right? The Python scripts are you can develop for any of the brokers. That feature is there for all. In case of EMQX, this is smart city traffic management system. Smart city applications mostly, right, EMQX is used. You can do cloud services, even analytics can be done. Database integration is also feasible here. You can use with integrate with the public APIs, right? Like you want to connect your smart city to the weather forecast station, that is also possible. So in that case, what happens is some alerts can be sent, right, for whenever there is some. So and also can integrate with your public transportation systems. So integration is well feasible if you consider EMQX for smart city. Yeah, that's all for this one. So that's a comparison. Okay, thank you.